Hi, it's Esther, the Trucking Scribe. Glad you came back again, and if you're new, welcome. And we're working on little matchboxes with Tracy Fox's digital collection. She's doing a collaboration this month. I keep finding I gotta put my stuff up higher because when I look at it on replay, I'm not having it high enough. But this is the little box that I made. It's got some fabric on it, some lace, and a little paper. It's got a pull up here. So, oh, and the clear, look at me, I'm dropping stuff. The clear piece of sheet that, I guess it's acetate. And then in here, I've got some little beads and stuff. And it has a little secret compartment that you can put this in and just pull it out, and you've got a hiding space. I thought that was pretty cool. So on mine, instead of using jewelry parts, I used a string. Just last minute, it looked like a pumpkin on top. So that worked out really good. So if you'd like to know how I made it, just follow along, and I'll do my best to cut out some of this extra that I have. See, it looks good. I gotta hold it in sideways here. So I'll put up some pictures, and it just slides back on. And that is mine. So hang around, and thank you so much for stopping by today. Hi, it's Esther, the Trucking Scribe. I am on day 2 of Tracy Fox's Creep On June. She did a window box with a hidden compartment. I don't have a square punch, but I was looking at the box tops and stuff, and one thing I noticed was here's some lines that I can cut on. So I am gonna try to cut this out. I don't know, I'm not that great. Let's see. Miss E was talking about cutting the other day and going in from the middle and going, and it may be like this. I'm supposed to go that way. I don't know. I'm so used to quilting and doing miter corners of mine. It's going to be a little bit different. So what I can do also is bend this over to give it a little edge. That might work pretty good. Didn't think about that. So kind of like right in there. Like a, when you're making pockets, and can't even remember what kind of pocket that is, but you cut this way. And then you pull these little pieces here in, and you sew over them, and it keeps the pocket sturdier. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to trim these off like this. Little box. And they don't have to be perfect. That'll just give my paper a little more stability right in there. So I'm going to glue this down, and I may sew around this because I think it would look good with sewing too. My sewing machine is right here, so we'll see. Welt pocket maybe. I don't know. Can't remember. So I'm just gonna press that down. And then, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be folding on my Matchbox. Okay, maybe right there. And I do want to let you know, my printer, this is not the way this is supposed to look. My printer is running low on ink. The ones I did yesterday look pretty good. You can see on this one it's starting to get little lines, but not too bad. But I am not throwing this away. I'm going to go ahead and use them. So I cut that out. I'm going to ink it. I couldn't figure out how I was going to cut that with, since I didn't have anything, a punch like that. So I figured I would have to cut it out. But Tracy actually, she figures out all that stuff ahead of time. And I didn't have to do too much hard work. I mean, some of them, like this one's already got the lines on them. So you don't have to do it. So I'm just inking it up really good. Give it that old look. And these lines that are going through this, to me, that looks pretty. I mean, at first I was aggravated, really upset, but then I decided, you know, Halloween's kind of creepy and it could have lines and it could be dreary, so I'm definitely not throwing it away. I'm going to go ahead and ink the back just because you might see this. Don't worry about the creases. I'm just inking the edges. Or should I? Maybe. I guess if you were looking inside the box, you might see the lines when you took this out. Doesn't take that long to do this anyway. So, I got that. What I was thinking about doing is I stamped this on, what do you call that, laminator paper several months ago, and it's been sitting over there, and I decided, you know, that would be something that would look good in there. And it's thick. It is really thick, but I stamped it and let it dry, which it may not be the right color. I don't know if I can get, I'm just roughly cutting it out right now. So I don't know if this would stay on there or if it would get rubbed off. So that's a good question. Just to kind of dampen that color a little bit. I can't tell. It looks like it's got some on it. So what I'm going to do is, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Just kind of thinking something like that, maybe. Actually, I'm going to trim this after. See, those would be cute to use as on my dangle things. That I was really wanting to get that one. So let's see, right about there. And this will help support the box too. So I want to cut. If I do it right there, see that's a little bit closed. Could do it right there. I'm going to use a little bit of the fabric tack. Maybe it'll hold it. I don't know. I haven't worked with the laminate a lot to know what's what on it. Actually, I'm going to round those corners just a little bit to keep possibly from it catching the edges, the sharp edges, and I bet I just made that one too small. Let's see. Just about. It does look pretty decent. Pretty decent, listen at me. Pretty good. I need a paper towel. So once it's closed up, it does look good. I'll have to trim that right there. You know what, I think my box is a bigger box. So I'm going to have to go with a smaller box. So I printed some yesterday. And then I was going to print some on better paper this morning. And made them bigger. Let's see. Oh. Now to find the box that it will fit. I don't know how my boxes got so off. Or did I print the wrong thing? Oh no. Did that one fit it? Ah, there we go. So I do have one. So when you're printing, you gotta watch that, because sometimes what I did was I just pulled up the whole file and I highlighted it and hit print. Well, it didn't give me the choice of what I wanted to print, so it printed the size for me. And I really hadn't realized that I had different sizes until just then. I think I did, but I wasn't paying much attention. That's okay. This red in this one actually looks much better with that. I did figure out that these edges right here, the black on them, needed to be cut a little bit deeper. Like this black edge right there, I cut it completely off because as I started folding these, they were getting kind of caught. So I just start on this side. Squish it down. And I noticed that if I do these ends, and there's probably a trick that I don't know, those ends seem to help get this other part. And if you see, when you go to close this, you have to have this little edge right there to where that will close over it. So if it's up a little bit, it's going to make it crooked. And these might be a little bit. Let's trim them just a little bit so they might go in there. I think they're okay, but it doesn't hurt. Because those tabs are going to be covered up anyway. So then I just go and put ink. I try to make sure to get those edges right there. And you have to kind of do both at the same time is what I'm finding out. I've got this turned the wrong way for me. So if I turn it away from me, it's a little bit easier for my hands to work. And you just want to work with that and kind of push it in so that the corners go together a little better. So if you look at this one, I didn't catch it in time. That's okay. I'm going to do this one, this side. So then Tracy did and you know, I should have I didn't do it again, a pull on that, or put a piece of cardstock under this one of these sides for the pull. Let's see. I could actually use something. Let's see if I got anything about that size. This was an offcut that, of course, didn't print right. I bet I could put that in there and put a little piece of cardboard behind it, or thicker paper. I'm just gonna layer another few pieces of paper under it. Just to give it some sturdiness for that pull. So even when you think you might have gotten it mixed up or something, you can still go back in there and make it your own. And I'm trying to decide while I'm looking at which side do I like better. I think I like this side to be able to see. So I'm just trying to get that looking kind of grungy looking. And then I'm going to put it right in there, just to reinforce that edge. So I'll let that dry for a second. Keep that because you might use it somewhere. So I was trying to decide. I do need to cut this off, don't I? Trim it off some more. Is that gonna be in there? Yep. And of course this doesn't match, but it doesn't, I like the unmatching part of it, so I'll go ahead and glue this down, if I glue the right side. I like how Tracy did that. She just bent it like that. Let me get my box in there and see if it's going to fit. Oh yeah. So now I need to put my little pull on it. Trying to decide how I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my little well, I got a crooked one, but like I said, Halloween's going to be crooked. At least for me, anyway. So these beads do not look good with that. Well, I had a box of beads somewhere and I can't find them. There's a whole box of beads, or things I got the other day at Hobby Lobby while I was there. See if I've got anything in here. Oh, there's some. That one's probably too big. It's a grommet if I want it. It's pretty orange. Or a, kind of a blackish blue. There's the black. And you know, I don't know. Did I really need to make a hole, or could I have just glued that? I don't know. I like the red, but it's not showing up very well because it's so small. Actually, you know what I could do? This little thing that I got from Amazon, that's just a little jewelry kit. I could use those backs to hold this in there. And just put it in like that. I don't have any small ones right now. So, let's see if I can get my fingers to act right. So just like an earring, that would be cool. And I ain't got to fight with the jump rings and stuff. And I can take it off and change the beads if I want. I said this would be easier. So, I'll do is I'm gonna have to move it over because I don't want crooked. I didn't realize I was that crooked. But I could make 3 holes. Let's see. Now I'm just going with the flow here. Well, let's start on the inside, see what we can do. I have this green bead, I like it. Go in the middle, maybe. I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all, but who knows? I guess that's how things are made. So, do I want the orange one? Actually, I do like that orange on there. I know y'all are ready to go by the time I get done. What would go good with this? The white? Maybe. I don't think it's going to go through there. Or I could do the gold. I like it too. Well, so let's see, what is that trick they do? Go back in right here. That one will hold it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the jewelry stuff. I think this might work for what I'm wanting to try and do. So let's see. So that is on there. I'm probably fixing to waste some string here, but that's okay too. I don't want to put another gold one since I got them laying out here. What do you think? That's the wrong color gold, ain't it? Yeah. Well, you didn't have fumbly fingers like I do today and yesterday. That looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and waste yarn, waste thread, because I don't want to sit here all day fighting with this. I had not planned any of this. I did think about this little piece right here when I saw Tracy's, but this part I hadn't. Does that one look all right up there? Or should I take it off? I think it probably needs to come off, so let me get it real quick. I don't know, if I take it off, it's gonna, I'm not gonna be able to, unless I tie a big knot in there. Go back around. See how many knots I can get in one spot. Yep. Alright, let's go back through there if I can get it. That knot should hold it. And I'm using wax thread. I don't know where my, I'll find it in a minute. I had another video that I wanted to do today for next weekend while I'm gone. Or whatever day I decide that I'm not doing a video this month. This is going to be a very big challenge for me. So, and it does leave a nice little design on the inside too. See, that's the gold one. That looks like a pumpkin sitting up there. I should have used green, which the stems can look that color, huh? So now let me see if I can tie this. Actually, I might be able to get a little bow. I don't know. My big fingers. I don't think it's going to work. So it looks pretty good. Looks like a pumpkin with some gourds or something sitting there. Stick it in. Yeah, I think I might go ahead and, this particular paper was not very thick. So that is definitely me. Do will this fit? Actually, it will fit perfect. So if you need to strengthen up your edges a little more because you printed it on lighter paper, which is okay, but my lighter paper is really more that I glue it on something else and not making a form out of it like this. My 32-pound paper, which is this one, is really good, but I wasn't prepared for that one. Not that I was prepared for this one. I'm just going to glue this one in there. Maybe it'll help it come out of that other box a little better. I've never made matchboxes before, so this is new. It's sitting up a little bit high. And y'all know I do come with a plan, but it seems to always change because I'm messing up something. But like I said, that's how we learn. Ain't that one I did. So you can put another pumpkin on the other side if you want. Which, if I can find another orange one, I wouldn't mind putting it over there, especially since I have that. So I may wind up putting one later when I find my beads. I got it. Let's see. Had it. It was looking good. Yeah. So you can have a bow in there if you want. I forgot my inside piece. Or did I? I had it here. There we go. So since this one is a little bit smaller, it's even smaller than that, I guess I need to kind of... So I glued this before I got on here, so I was trying. Figured that would let it dry. Let's see, and I still need another little piece to go under that, which I have plenty. see where that one fit. Yeah. So I'm going to glue that in. Maybe I'll glue an extra sheet too, because that's the same thing. I fooled around and printed it on the wrong thing. But this will help it a little bit. And all these extra papers, which I'm going to use in my next video, show you a little bit how I'm going to use the bigger scraps of paper. I thought of something while I was cutting out, so there. I do think that is just so cute. I'll hold on to that. What else was I doing? Oh, we were gonna see. Tracy had actually took and used sari silk to make a hidden compartment in hers. I found this. I thought was pretty cute over in my stuff. That might be where my my pumpkin comes into problems. Or if you went this way, it might fit better. Yeah. So I was thinking about using this. I have some blue, but this blue doesn't really go. I was thinking it might look good on here, but it's not the right color. I have some more of that somewhere. Or another thing we could do is use a piece of scrap. Since we got the red theme going on, I could glue a piece of scrap on there, and then you have like a little pull area. I think I'll do that. See, I haven't glued on the back. I have a bigger piece of that particular fabric. This one longer. Not really. Most of my scraps are downstairs, so I am kind of looking. Let's see. I think I want the cat on the outside. Try and get that in the middle. And I'm just going to take and glue another cover over that. Put just a little bit of this on there. And I guess, well, no, I don't know how you could sew it, those two pieces together so it matches. I could glue it. No. Do I want to glue it, or is that going to be too much? I think it's going to be too much. So let me just put this on here. And then I'm going to trim that. That's going to be the bottom. I'm kind of trimming at an angle. I'm sorry, I'm being quiet again. I need to be talking louder. I don't know if I'm going to need these again. I'll get them out of my way. So now I'm going to have to make a journal, start a journal just to put all this in. Or I could use the one that I'm working on right now, since I kind of didn't start it till this month. I put some stuff in it, but not much. had some money, I could put it right up under there, but you know, these days I don't have real money. I have some quarters and stuff. So we could put some quarters in there and then stick this in like this, or you could do it either way. And then it'll pull up. I think I need to turn it around so that the bigger, I could do it like that. That way you have to pull up from the other side. I think that's a good idea. And it gives it some color too. Well, now I'm wondering if I just need to turn it around. Or do I want to leave it like that? What I could do is glue these two together and give it a little longer pull. With a little bit more red to go in there. How about that? I'm gonna cut it right here. Since I'm piecing stuff, we'll just go ahead and sorry about that, my phone's going off with the spam people. So that needs to dry for just a few minutes, but it looks good. I'll leave it right there. So we got our quarters in there. We're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna take my quarters out. So I put that in the other side to give it some sturdiness, and it made it taller. Y'all get to see all my mistakes, so maybe you won't make them. See, now I'm putting it on upside down, but that looks good too if you wanted to do that. So you got your little, you could set it up like that and have your little pumpkins on the top. Since we don't have any on the bottom right now. I do want to decorate it. I have this cute little cat that I thought might look good on the front somewhere. I have two little cats. What else do we got in here? I got some words and numbers. Be afraid. I like that one. Kind of fits right there too. I'm gonna ink it up just a little bit because I got white edges. So I'll put that right there. Do I want, what else might I put on it? I have some some lace. Since we haven't used any lace, I could put a piece up under that, be afraid. Like right there. I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to distress it while it's sitting there. You know what? I want to do this on the other side just because I want to be able to see that one flower. Didn't know I want this to go right there, or do I want it? I think I'm gonna try this side. I have some other stuff over here. I did put some. Actually, that would go in there. So let me see if I can put something back there. Maybe too big. Just kind of give it some layers. I wonder where I'm going went off. So when you that would look good on the side of one too. These are some cutoffs from envelopes. See, just put it right there. It would fit perfectly. I'm just altering this all up, and I said I was gonna. I stamped these the other day, just random stamping, and I just saw it, so we can maybe incorporate it into this. It's gonna mess up the side of my box, but it's not matching anyway, is it? So I could put it right there, maybe. I could stick some of it right here. And just like that. Need some color, is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little glue right here, but it does have that envelope adhesive on the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a jewel up here, put a little bit more, and maybe one right here. And I don't know where all my stuff went. I don't know why it's so scattered around here today. Probably because I'm scattered. It's probably what it is. See my hair? My hair's always falling off. Oh yeah, I like that right there. Put one, do I want a bigger one there? I don't use the bigger ones as much. It looks cute. So, got a little box. Those are plain dry, I think so. So you can put it in either way. What I'm going to do is put in, the quarters are kind of heavy, so I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to put that, well, let's put something underneath. Some secrets like a butterfly. They would shoot, that one would fit. Some little do you know what? I didn't ink butterfly. How can it be old and Halloweeny without being inked? Okay, so we're almost done here. Put that right there. And I got this, it's a glue seal that I just stamped. And I put some wax, gold wax on it from Ranger. So this turned out really cute. And depending on where you want the pull to be, put it in down here. You can put it in at the other end. Or you could just leave it hanging out and pull it from this end and it will pull the whole thing. I think I'm going to put mine, tuck it in for right now. I'm going to put it under the little, how's that? That looks kind of cute. Not kind of, it does look really cute. Throw some of these beads in there. So today I made this little matchbox with a pull on it. It's got a cat and some lace and stuff. And my little pull is on there with some string. There's a little wax seal underneath. There's some goodies under there. You just pull up that false bottom. I got some beads in there. Actually, I'll put you on top so you can see it through the window. So that is very cool, and it will sit up and look at me. So if I had it like that, it would sit and look. I could look at it. But thank you so much for coming by today. Let me know what you think and how you might have done this differently. As always, please subscribe and hit the like button if you liked. And I will see you next time.